In this video you are going to learn a lot of typical mistakes that happen on 16 Elo rating players and how to avoid them. I'm going to show you one of my games. The opening doesn't matter so much actually. We are going to develop our pieces. We have the Catalan here and the first mistake came. H6. Why to play such a move actually, to play something like H6? This is the first mistake and he's delaying his development in order to avoid the pin on G5. Actually this pin is not very deadly there, or not very it's not creating a lot of harm to black, because we're not going to go on G5 and take the knight, but you're losing time here by such moves to play H6. I just developed my pieces because he just created a mistake, he made a mistake, but I cannot really punish him right now. The game continued. Actually now he just captured, I went there to recapture the pawn, he played this one, takes knight b to d7. Alright, now we have this one, and knight on b6. This is another key moment actually, in order to stop a little bit and ask what he's trying to do. He's trying to develop only his piece, only one knight, but he's not doing anything about his bishop, his main problem. And now I didn't exchange his pieces actually, because my knight is a little better in the center of the board. Why to exchange that knight? And after that he don't have a lot of space with his knights. I play e4, takes, and now it's another thing. He lost a lot of time actually to play this maneuver 1, 2, 3, and now he just captured the knight here on c3. So he lost a lot of tempo in order to put his knight on e4, and now he just captured there. And I just develop my knight and recapture with a pawn, increasing the protection on this pawn on d4. So he is losing a lot of time. He played there in order to exchange the other knight, but I said no thank you, I don't like to exchange it. I went back because I have more space and I'd like to keep some pieces on the board. Right now he needed to finalize his development to castling or do things like that, but he's trying to continue exchanging pieces without winning anything at all. He just played there and now I went f4. So I'm winning more and more space right now by attacking him. He went back, and after this move he started thinking actually, because I have a lot of ideas. Now first of all I'm threatening his pawn, and after short castling I can consider to attack here. Maybe something like e5, maybe then I can play something like f5 to capture this pawn on h6, opening my pieces. I have some ideas here, some attacking ideas, and he don't have other real good moves. He has to go short castling actually in order to continue his development, because without continuing his development he cannot play real chess. And he thought about that, and now he played g5. Hoping to capture here. He can recapture with a bishop. I'm going to capture with my own bishop. We're going to exchange queens and things like that. He will feel happy about that. But of course I didn't exchange anything, and here I ask myself, what will be his next move actually? This is a very important question, and only strong players do this question in order to find further moves. What he is going to do, probably to play something like that, knight f6, to attack my queen, force me to go back and things like that. And for that reason I played this move e5. Without moving this knight actually from there on d7, he cannot attack my queen and he cannot liberate his bishop. It's more difficult for him to do anything, and maybe I can start pushing my pawn forward in the future. He went his now on b6 again, and you can see the funny maneuvers that he created. With one knight he played there and capture. With the other knight he is doing other maneuvers like this, and now he went there again on b6. He's continue moving his pieces without find a good square about them. And for that reason I'm creating a course right now about the positional chess in order to help you understand what are the best positions for every single piece and how to play with it. Would you like to become sure and get stable results at chess? Then I'm recommending you this training program divided in years according to FIDE rating, for example 800, 1000, 1100, 1200. And if you click in any of these links, then you can see the curriculum of each lesson. Here you can see a small video and a very detailed description of the lesson. Please also notice that you can see a lot of puzzles. Try to solve them. We have puzzles with 10 questions for every single training program. It's completely free and you can try it out. The basic methodology of the training program is that we get the basic ideas, then we have illustrative chess examples, specific exercises for each theoretical lesson, and last but not least the final conclusions. The main difference from other programs is that here we are going to analyze the typical opening errors, how to avoid them, the characteristic middle game errors of each level, learn the basic endgames, and last but not least the visualization program. This is very important because it will help you to foresee the chess move ahead and calculate better comparing to your opponents. You can get the package of 4 of these training programs, which contain 95 theoretical lessons, approximately 780 minutes. It analyzed 800 games in this fantastic final prize. So time for action is now, and click the link in the description. Now let's focus. He played there, and now I played the move that it's a real pain to him, because now I'm threatening to take on g5. He cannot take with the pawn because the rook is hanging. He cannot really take with the bishop because after this take I'm threatening to take on f7, and I can create a checkmate there if he just captures with the bishop. And now he thought for a while. He has huge problems actually what to do, and he found the best move actually. This is g4, very nice move. Actually he's losing a pawn, but he don't have other moves because he's going to lose faster. I took that pawn, he just played this one, and again try to attack again this poor knight in the edge of the board. He went here, attacking there, and I played another nice move here. I just played the prophylactic move bishop d2. Why? Because this is another actual situation. Many players without a lot of experience, he is trying to attack instantly, to play something like that, c4, continue chasing the knight, but he's not really achieving anything because after c4 he can jump to b4, and if you are more experienced players you are going to think about that. And now bishop d2 is not only developing move, but we are threatening to play c4 here, and this knight will be trapped. It will be trapped, cannot go anywhere, cannot go on b4, and for that reason I force him a little bit to go back. You can see what angly moves he is doing. He played bishop to f8, now putting the bishop in his initial square. Again, I thought what he's going to do, he's going to play something like that, and maybe knight f5. For that reason I played bishop to e4, activating my bishop even further, maybe to play something like that, and preventing this maneuver because I can take this knight anytime I want. He went there, rook here, a6, c4, attacking the knight. He went back, queen f3, improving the position of the pieces, and believe it or not, here I have an extra pawn actually, and my computer assessed this position as +8 for white. Wow, +8 is almost an extra queen, right? And why this is happening? Because you don't have active moves for his pieces. He don't have active counterplay. He cannot do a lot of things. He just played this one, I played there, he played this, and of course I played g4 because I'd like to control that square, and he cannot really attack anything with that pawn, and I don't like to open any file. He went here, there, I just protect my pawn. After this one actually I can take after my move rook to b1, I'm threatening to capture his pawn, and he played that one, and suddenly he is threatening my own pawn. When we are in total control, you should not go into this battle, instant battle, this very tactical battle to capture something and giving something. Try to control the position because we are still threatening to take here on a6. Now he went bishop g7. I don't know if he saw it or this, but I say okay, I can play other moves. I played this one to increase the pressure on b7 actually, and I'm threatening something else. I guess he saw this one. I'm threatening to take on e6 because the b7 pawn is pinned and I can take his queen. Here and there in the corner I played that one, he played there, bishop to h2, with the idea to bring the queen in the attack actually, and he cannot really protect that pawn on b7. I suggest you actually to resign such positions because I just enjoy myself. I can do anything I want. White's position is completely winning here, and black don't have any counterplay. I suggest you to analyze deeply how to play, and in general I don't suggest to play these moves d4, d5 and Queen's Gambit decline and things like that. We have the Bengo Gambit. I have an article about that, complete article about the Bengo Gambit. It's more aggressive and it will give you more opportunities to play nice and active chess. Because if you end up in situations like this, the other guy can struggle you, right, step by step. You don't have a lot of pieces, a lot of moves for your pieces. He played that one, takes, I capture that knight, he captures there, and after this I'm threatening the pawn b7, but he don't have a lot of things to do. Another good moment to resign here, but he played that one. He is threatening my pawn. I can protect this one with many pieces or bishop here, but I said okay, I can capture something and I'm threatening your rook. Here he went with this rook, he gave this check with this rook, not with the other rook, I don't know why. Maybe he is dreaming to capture here or something. I went there and now he just captured because I'm threatening a6 as well. And after this takes, now he take there, and after d5 he didn't show my move, because in every single move you should ask yourself what he is threatening, what he would like to do. And of course he has to play, the only move is c5 here. White is winning obviously, but he just captured the pawn. What are you going to play here with the white pieces? And it is a checkmate in one move, because we open up the bishop. Try not to push your pawn forward in the center of the board, try to, in the edge of the board, try to develop your pieces and try not to exchange pieces without taking something back. These are some general ideas. Try to follow these ideas in order to improve yourself. Thanks for your time and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now and you're very welcome to join my mail list.